Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to create this modern gamer YouTube banner. This is how it will look on YouTube. Let me show you the full screen view. So let's start creating it. I'm going to bring in first our safe area guide. I will leave a link to this in the description. Let's view guides. These guys will show you where the safe area is for your artwork. So let's start creating. First, let's create our background. To create a new layer by clicking the layer button. Let's call this background. Right click the layer and press convert to smart object. Double click the smart object and go file, place, embedded. Go to the image folder. I'm going to bring in this image with the car. Let's size up a little. Let's close the smart object. You can turn off the safe area guide. Let's now apply a blur to this image. Let's go up to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. We can move around this a little. Well, we don't want to blur it too much. You want to see, still want to see that it's a car. So about 18%. It's good. So now we're going to create the areas for our design and for our images. Let's go over and select the rounded rectangle tool. Let's press shift and drag. Create your first square or rectangle. Let's color it white. Let's rotate it. Edit, transform, rotate. Hold shift to rotate. Then we're going to carry it up to this point. Let's scale it down a bit. Edit, transform, scale. Now we're going to duplicate this layer. We're going to click Shift, Control, Alt, and drag it over. That will duplicate the layer. We're going to do it one more time. Shift, Control, Alt. Let go, and then drag it over to the center point, and drag it up. We can drag it up a little. I'm going to do it one more time. Duplicate. And drag it down. Recolor this layer to gray by double clicking the square. And with a little gray or black so we can differentiate the squares. I'm going to size this down, edit transform scale again, and drag. This one is going to be for your logo or image. Let's try to center these three. They're not quite centered. There we go. And push this one up a little bit more. Let's go to the three we created before, three first ones, and drag them down to the duplicate layer icon, and bring them up top. Put them in a folder by clicking Shift and clicking the folder icon. Let's color these three gray also. And pick the color. Let's close the folder. Click the folder and press Edit Transform Scale. I'm going to rotate, edit, transform, rotate. Hold Shift while rotating. Scale it down a little bit more so it's within our guidelines. Let's separate them a little bit. A little bit too close to each other right now. There we go. Put them up. This folder we're going to call Left Images. I'm going to Shift, Control, Alt, and drag over, duplicate, centered. And now we have all the elements for our design. Now let's start to add some flair to the design. Let's go back down to our first square that we created. We're going to right click and go to blending options. We're going to add a bevel to it, bevel and emboss. And here I add the depth to 875, size 7, softness 0, angle 86. We can click on that. Lower the opacity just a little bit, and then change the blending mode to multiply. Again, bring back up the opacity a little bit more, just a tad bit, to about 88. Then we're going to copy the style that we just created. So right click and copy layer style. I'm going to select the two other squares, these two, select them by shift clicking, right click, and go paste layer style. So now all those three have that same transparency effect on them. Now let's start to bring in some images. Let's bring in an image for our center image. Let's move this one up top. I'm gonna name this layer image or logo. Image or logo. Go file place and look for your image. Get an image of a girl playing on her PC here. Right click right between the image box and the image. You're going to see a little symbol comes up. Just press and it drops right inside the box or the square. Edit transform scale and just position your image and scale it down to wherever you need. Here we go. So let's do our other images. I'm going to use two images. One image over here, one image over here. What we're going to do is put the image so it extends to all three boxes. So just shift click all these boxes and right click and press convert to smart object. And now all three boxes have become one box, as you can see. Now look for your image, file place, embedded. And let's bring in our first image here. Do the same thing, out between both images, and click. And then edit transform scale the image. Get our nice car and plane in all three boxes. Kind of cool. Let's do the same for the other side. And there you go, both sides have an image in the box. So let's brighten up the image a little bit by adding a effect on top. Go down to the half moon symbol in the layer box and press levels. I'm gonna bring these sliders over and turn up a little bit, brighten it a little bit, and bring down. This is basically to give a little punch to the image. Now let's add some text. Click our text tool. Let's do one click. We can just put gamer channel. Put your name there. And depending on what color is here, you can either put a background or leave it in the white area here so you can see it. Well, it just depends on what you have here. I had some lines to the back and front. Backslash. That's forward slash. And backslash. That's a little flair to it. That's it, my gamer channel. That's how quick it is to create a nice YouTube channel art. So for this design, I also have a paid template that you can buy. I will show you now what you get with the template. This is how the template will look when you buy it. All the effects are in the squares already. all you gotta do is drop in your background picture and drop in your image in here. So let's start doing that. Got a folder named background image. Double click it to open it in a smart object. Go file, place image. Place your image file. This is going to be your personal image that you're going to be putting in here. Go ahead and close the smart object. When you close the smart object, the blur is already applied, but you can always go and edit the blur if you need it. Just by going here and double clicking, and you can edit the blur. Let's go to our first image, this one. All you gotta do is click on the place image here, layer, and go file, place embedded. And choose this for this time. And bam, then you can size your image. Then you can go and do the same thing for the other two images. This is the right image. And that's it. That's how you place your image into the template. Very quick and convenient. I will leave a link in the description to the template, just in case you want to purchase it. If you like the video, drop me a like or subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one.